trouble spots. But you know, Tammy, it's hard to get around this stuff.
It is hard to get around, and this chopper shop, Christy, is such a good example of that. You feel so helpless. There's really just nothing to do. The only thing you can do is do what these people are doing, get in their cars and just literally pushing people up this hill. These are going to be the southbound lanes of Loop 12 Walton Walker. Take a look at just how many vehicles are involved in this. It is a lot of vehicles that are stuck here. Once again, these are going to be the southbound lanes, and this is what happens. This is what happens, Christy. Take a look at that truck. They just turn around, they go back down the opposite direction. Yeah. And this is a major, major roadway. This is not some side street. These are the main lanes of southbound loop. And now look, he's going to lose control.
It's
right
so
there.
dangerous, but you know, I think they feel that they can't go in. They have no other choice.
And you feel helpless. So this is what happened this morning. You turn around, you go off the opposite direction to try and get around because you realize you can't get up that hill once again. And that's a big truck. That's a big heavy truck there. So these are going to be the southbound lanes of Loop 12 Walton Walker. What's happened as these roadways are starting to refreeze. This is what our meteorologists were talking about this morning, and this is what we're continuing to be very, very concerned about for your afternoon commute, your evening commute, as well as your early morning commute. Southbound Loop 12 Walton Walker, obviously, we're seeing these lanes refreeze. This isn't just a few vehicles that are stuck. Several vehicles are stuck right here in those southbound lanes of Loop 12. As you can just see that truck try to turn around and go back down in the northbound lanes of southbound Loop 12 Walton Walker. And it looks like we have one truck here that's tied up this other truck to try to get him pulled out. But this is going to be here for quite some time. I'm afraid, I'm worried that these people are going to be stuck for quite some time because what happened this morning, Christy, along I-30 in Fort Worth, along the West Freeway, wreckers and emergency crews couldn't get to these cars because the roads were so treacherous. So take a look. Right, this is the same situation that is happening right now, and you can see it's even hard for people to even stand up and walk here. Southbound Loop 12. This is going to be on the west side of Dallas. Of course, this is where the Trinity is. We have lots of raised surfaces in this area. What a good Samaritan. I love Texans. We have a lot of good Samaritans here in Texas. Of course, this is where we have the Trinity. And it looks like we have another chain here that's going to try to get this guy out. We have the Trinity, when lots of bridges in this area on that west side of Dallas. So southbound Loop 12, as you come down towards Davis Boulevard, your main thoroughfare, southbound Loop 12 to head east and westbound along I-30, that is where we're seeing this situation playing out. Oh gosh, they're having a hard time even walking on these icy conditions here. And that's what happened today, Christy. We even had people trying to get up on the ramps in downtown Fort Worth along I-35W and I-30. They literally just turned around and went the wrong direction. Of course, that's very dangerous because then you're heading the wrong direction.
Yeah, and Tammy, you see these things all the time. There's really not much for them to do but sit and wait for the cars in front of them to eventually get moved off, and that could take hours.
Exactly, and this is just what we've been talking about this morning when we say this is a very dangerous situation. We definitely mean it, and this can happen so quickly. You know, these cars are probably driving along just fine, and then all of a sudden they hit all those icy patches there, and we have several vehicles involved in this that are stuck. And of course, one of the biggest problems today, 18-wheelers that have been getting stuck. We've had that all morning long, and it looks like we do have another truck that's trying to head the opposite direction there.
Yeah, this car's turn in all types of directions
everywhere. And you can just see how people are just literally just getting out of their cars. Just very, very hopeless here. So once again, several vehicles involved in this one. Southbound along Loop 12 Walton Walker, as you travel on that west side of Dallas, just don't even go there. If you have loved ones that normally make this commute through this area, please call them and tell them not to go this way. Give them fair warning here because we are really seeing major hotspot here as you travel. May want to tell them to hop on over towards Beltline Road that runs north and southbound instead, because the southbound lanes of Loop 12 Walton Walker are just a nightmare, as you can see here.